Your success, Dakari Johnson gets to start tonight at center in place of the injured Steven Adams, who went out with a hit. Atlanta regains the services of their dynamic young point guard, Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder missed the Chicago game with
down the middle of the Hawks defense, kicking out the shooters or getting all the way downhill and finishing in the paint is equally as good.
Dorsey in the starting lineup. Schroeder off the lazy pass, denied by Paul George. The Thunder with odd men in transition.
And he was sensational in the second half. Paul George.
Tyler Dorsey, one of those rookies, blocked. Westbrook and Schroeder going to play it physical tonight. George bulldozing his way in the lane.
And kick out the shooters. They're not able to do that right now.
Against that expiring league game. Prince fighting and then rubbed out on the rescreen by Johnson. Prince Euro-stepping, challenged by Carmelo Anthony, but there's John Collins, the rookie out of Wake Forest, following and packing. Collins scored 16 at Oklahoma City in transition. The Thunder
did, defending. Now you got possession here again.
Anthony, early three.
Carmelo Anthony.
Schroeder giving it back to Collins on the starting lineup the last 5 weeks. Giving it back to the cutter. Prince on the reverse wild card key. 1 of 4 shooting in the paint. Westbrook turns on 0 for 5 from beyond the arc.
And you can live with that.
Johnson working in a crowd, and he
tore a little page out of Steven Adams' rim running book.
Schroeder finds Collins.
First quarter by Paul George. That's
good,
10 points.
Good defensive help here, but then the back door left open.
To go at it after, it's got to stay in the play. Oh, look at this play right here. Wow, Paul George.
The issue last night, the Thunder was getting good looks. It just weren't falling when they went scoreless for 5.5 minutes in the second quarter. Westbrook
with ball out of bounds from behind.
Offense recently knocks down their first 3 in 7 attempts. Anthony gets to the rim. He's fouled and he's checked by Prince. Skip pass to George inside 5 on the shot clock. No. But Westbrook with the follow, and
Russ just got him one back.
Schroeder, no. Mike Muscala, no. Tyler Cavanaugh, the rookie out of George Washington. He's blocked again by miserable. 1 out of 8 from beyond the arc to start the ball game. Westbrook will drive and he'll score again. That'll be 5 of 9 shooting here in the quarter. White off the screen. That one. Hawks playing a little bit more aggressively around the perimeter. A little bit of a seam comes up short from 3. Schroeder crossing over.
You've got to match the Hawks team that did not play last night.
Jeremy Grant outside, despite the fact that he's a sub 30% three-point shooter. Felt to the rim.
Move by Raymond Felton.
Schroeder with the crossover. Abrinas comes to help. An extra pass to the wing. Dorsey outside at both ends of the floor.
He's got to continue to do that.
Here he picks up the driver, Schroeder.
A lot of that has come as a roll man for this Thunder second unit. They love how quick he uses his feet, his ability to get out of those screens.
Like that movement with the basketball.
Collins. Ferguson picks up the point guard Schroeder, the crossover, the flip, and the Thunder will recalibrate. Grant screening for Ferguson, then the kick out, the deep 3 for Abrinas. System shows him with 4. They'll straighten that out. Especially without Adams, you need him tonight. The Thunder stout in the back by Dedmon. That leaves the Thunder 1 for its last 7 as Dedmon scores 6 unanswered. Working here off a traveling call against Collison. Damian Lee.
Please count on him, too, to give you those good minutes.
Westbrook off the glass.
Off the glass, but then again, not for Russell Westbrook.
Taylor going right at Westbrook on his hip. Westbrook trying to get it right back and scores. Takes it and steers that rebound to George. Westbrook off and running, weaving his way through the defense 3 times fast, because in the promo 3 times. Good night. Westbrook and 1 on top of the time change where you lost an hour on Saturday night. Westbrook denied at the rim by Collins, but a little bit of steam here, forcing a turnover, and they've outscored the Thunder 26-12 since They
just get to halftime without any further damage on the scoreboard.
Prince, Euro stepping into the lane. He gets 4 overtime loss that the Hawks pinned on his then team New York Knicks, and for Collins. Brewer with the steal. Gives it up to Russ. Absorbing.
To get a much-needed bucket as we move to halftime.
Schroeder. The Thunder has forced missed shots. Corey Brewer leaving it for Grant as he threw with the rebound. He is all over this thing in the first minute and a half of the second half.
Ooh, that's a shot I thought he should have taken.
And he did.
Good job by Paul George on that switch, pushing Trader out off of the ball, way out. Denver set their offense.
Shooting 7 of 20 on the night beyond the arc. An 8-point lead reestablished by Dedmon on the pick and roll. Grant drives. He's fouled.
Connected. You're getting stops now.
Straight away 3 for Melo. Hello!
Thunder basketball getting stops.
Prince, tough shot. Page away with coming out of the locker room from intermission. Nice screen by Grant. Westbrook thought about giving it back to him. But George seems to be taking this matchup with Prince personally. The kick outside. Back. Grant falls, no call. Schroeder misses. Westbrook rebounds. Russell runs. Russell finds Melo. Hello! In 4 years, Nick Gallo with more.
Well, that last three-pointer, as you mentioned, BD, came on a trail 3 situation. That's something the time, and a lot of times it's all eyes on Russ as he's pushing the ball. His man's in a lose-lose situation to leave him open.
Grant goes flying. Shot clock is getting deep. Prince trying to give it up. Grant blocks. Collins can't handle the pass in transition. The floor unbalanced in the Thunder's favor. And like last night against Sacramento. From third quarter to fourth. Brewer. Jab stepping.
Good look at the 3. Didn't feel right taking it. Put it on the floor and knocked it down.
Brewer challenging Prince the free throw line to help keep the Thunder afloat in a wicked shooting quarter for the Kings. Wow, Westbrook lost every... White scores assists in the quarter to go along with a half dozen points. Prince with a nifty move as he on the glass -4. Over the top, Ferguson is blocked by Prince. Needed to go up stronger with it.
Absolutely. Go up to dunk it on that play.
Here's the G League call up
for line 9 times.
Brewer checked by Prince. Good spacing here. Felton outside for 3. Who crosses over and drives. The help comes. The corner is open. Damian Lee. And it's a 1-point game. Felton spins away from Schroeder and off the... Felton is going to go right at Muscala. The kick to Houston. In the corner for 3. Atlanta shooting 9 of 27 from the floor since halftime. Muscala opened the corner
on set pieces.
Felton working off the Patterson screen. The pick and pop. P-square. Picked up by Schroeder. Westbrook going to go right at Damian Lee. The door is open on the back just before Christmas in Oklahoma City. Is stoned by Patterson. But then Felton saves it to the wrong guy, and Atlanta scored a hip injury. And Prince outside for 3. He
scores so quickly. Like Steven Adams just sacrificing his body.
Grant from Russ for 3. Taylor will drive, gather, and fumble. That pass was deflected. Taylor able to get and then get it back. Attacking the rookie Lee. The dish inside. Grant fouled. Brewer against the expiring shot clock. Westbrook with the rebound. Why not? Brewer.
Push that win streak out to 4 games.
Oklahoma City.
You know, Paul George, before he got hurt, was shooting the ball very well. Shot it very well last night. As Dorsey knocks down the 18-footer. And then Carmelo Anthony coming in tonight.